1, ignition, and liftoff. Go Starlink, go Falcon.
Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for some more science, space and tech news to share with you. And I came across this over at space.com. Yes, unlike our friends over at Boeing, SpaceX launches 23 Starlink satellites into orbit from Florida in late night liftoff. Yes, interesting. Another day, another Starlink launch. Yes. Incredible. Elon Musk has been doing this for years. Boeing can't even get their act together. Yeah. NASA's now, as we know, hasn't got a space program, so to speak, of their own anymore. So they use SpaceX and they use Roscosmos. They use the Russians. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, as usual, I'll leave the link to the main article below the video so you can pop in, check out the embedded links, go for a bit of a deeper dive if you want beyond the main article. It makes for an interesting read, believe me. There they are there, little embedded links. All right, so SpaceX launched yet another batch of its Starlink satellites in orbit late Friday, May the 31st. A Falcon 9 rocket carrying 23 of the broadband craft lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station at 11:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 027 Greenwich Mean Time on June the 1st, after a slight 26-minute delay due to the weather. And that is the only delays that Elon seems to be having, right? He's had some rockets blow up, but I said they were unmanned, right? At least they got off the ground before half of them blew up. None like the bloody Boeing ones. So this is launched from the same place as the Boeing has yet to be launched. I've made multiple videos in the last week or two on them. Bloody Boeing, they're like their bloody planes. The Falcon 9's first stage returned to Earth as planned about 8 minutes after launch, landing on the drone ship called a Shortfall of Gravitas in the Atlantic Ocean. It was the 14th launch and landing for this particular booster, according to SpaceX mission description. Now, 7 of its 13 flights to date have been Starlink missions. Now, the Falcon 9's upper stage, meanwhile, continued carrying the 23 Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit, where they were deployed about 65 minutes after liftoff. And there's another link, Starlink satellite train, how to see and track it in the night sky. It's incredible. Yes, SpaceX's 14-time flying 9 Falcon rocket streaks into space from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, with 23 Starlink satellites in this long exposure image taken on May the 31st, 2024. Very, very interesting. Now, tonight's launch will mark SpaceX's 57th orbital mission of the year already, and its 40th Starlink-centric liftoff of 2024. The launch also occurred on the 4th anniversary of SpaceX's first ever crewed launch, the Demo 2 test flight of the first Crew Dragon spacecraft that launched NASA astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken to the International Space Station on May 31st, 2020. Get your act together, Boeing. Unbelievable. Now, to date, the company has launched more than 6,500 Starlink satellites to LEO, low Earth orbit, I'm assuming. If anyone knows more about it, I'm not a scientist, please let me know. And about 6,000 of them are currently operational. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, the Starlink launch is part of a very busy stretch in spaceflight. Rocket Lab plans to launch a NASA Climate CubeSat tonight, for example. That's obviously last week. And Boeing's Starliner capsule is scheduled to lift off with astronauts aboard for the first time ever tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow evening, China's Chang'e 6 robotic sample return mission is expected to touch down on the moon's far side. Editor's note, this story was updated 8:14 a.m. on the Eastern Time on the June the 1st to reflect the successful launch of SpaceX's latest Starlink mission. Yeah, unfortunately, the videos I've done reflect the fact that Boeing is still having issues. They were supposed to launch on the 2nd of June, on the Sunday. They couldn't do it on the 1st. They couldn't do it on the 2nd. It's now off till the 5th. Interesting. And here's Elon. Rocket after rocket after rocket after rocket. Absolutely fascinating, isn't it? Well done, Elon Musk and the Starlink crew. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Amazing. All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care, and as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
My God, it's full of stars.